is Chris Slater, and I own the Albatross Hookah Lounge and Fine Tobacco Emporium.
The Albatross is a hookah lounge and fine tobacco emporium located in downtown Springfield off Walnut and Jefferson. They opened in September of 2009 as a retail tobacco shop only. Due to the licensing and the way the city codes worked, during this period they served hookah on Wednesday nights at Fedora. It wasn't until 3 months later, in December 2009, when they were able to begin serving hookahs. They saw a definite jump in business and revenue. It wasn't until March of 2010 that they realized it was extremely viable. And now we will be interviewing the owner of the Albatross.
How are you guys to open up?
Well, it was something that we did with our friends, just kind of socially. We had a hookah, and it was always the hit of the party. People wanted to come over to our house and hang out and smoke the hookah. It was really fun and social, and so we saw a need for it in Springfield. And it's been a really interesting business. We've done no advertising. It's been entirely word of mouth, and just, you know, people have a good time. They enjoy it. They tell their friends. They bring their friends. Their friends tell their friends, and it's just kind of spread like that. So we've been fortunate enough to not have to invest. Well, it first came up late spring of 2010. It went before City Council in June of last year, 2010. And we were nervous at first. We were apprehensive, but we felt like we had a pretty good argument for why a tobacco shop needed to be exempt. And as it turned out, City Council agreed with us. They started the meeting in June with an exemption for tobacco shops. So we went to that meeting prepared with our little speeches in hand, and we were going to stand before City Council and make our case. But they started the whole meeting with an exemption for us and pretty much negated our reason to be there, except for the fact that we still thought it was an unfair ban. The opposition, the Clean Air Springfield, decided that they didn't like exemptions being made, and so they pulled the bill from the City Council meeting. And since they were the ones that presented it, they were able to pull it off the table, and it wasn't voted on. That's how it got on the ballot. Is they got a petition initiative together. And then once we found out that there were no exemptions in what they had put on the ballot, we were disappointed is an understatement, but it's the best word I can think of right now. And we really felt like common sense would prevail and people would understand that there need to be exemptions, there need to be little caveats like tobacco shops in society, because smoking is not illegal, and to limit it to...
Old pirates, yes, they rob I.
The ban was good for business.
Sold I to the merchant ships.
Well, the ban actually doesn't take effect until June the 12th, or June the 11th. And so until then, it's business as usual. When the ban actually takes effect, we're not sure what is going to happen to the state of the Albatross as it is right now. There are a lot of options that have presented themselves to us, and we're just going to kind of keep an open mind and throw a big net kind of and see what we can catch and see what works. We've spoken with City Council, and they're all on board for an amendment for us. We've spoken to the Health Department, and they're sympathetic to the fact that we're a business that's going to suffer greatly in light of this ban, and that City Council is on board for an exemption. The city attorney has spoken to us as well. So there are a lot of people that have offered encouragement.
Minutes after they took I.
There's still a couple of a 6-month period of kind of a limbo, if you will, where before an amendment can be enacted. So there are a lot of things that are still up in the air, but we're cautiously optimistic that everything will be all right.
Do you have anything else?
Hello. As of now, the ban does not take effect until June 11th. For the Albatross, things are looking pretty promising.
I love the Albatross.
From the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly.